I want to just address something because there was a post by I forgot who wrote it, but someone wrote that there is like a seemingly change in narrative in Adonis school where it seems like you came in to learn how to be an entrepreneur, how to make money, and then recently I've just been speaking about the fact that like, oh yeah, money's not as important and you should do this and you should pursue flow states. So I just want to make my mindset towards money and work very clear. I must not have been clear before this. Making a fuck ton of money is very fun, and it can improve your life if you spend it in a few certain ways that have been repeatedly validated by studies. If you spend it on other people, if you spend it on health, if you spend it for freedom, those are the ways that you can use money to improve your life. Spending it on material objects does not add any kind of happiness or well-being to your life. It might do in some sense of like, okay, you get to live out your interest if there's a material object which means a lot to you. Let's say it's like, for example, this is like a Whoop tracker, it's a fitness tracker. This we can say is like a health product which makes my health better. Anything that improves your health improves your life quality significantly. But let's say there's a material object of like just the car. What I'm trying to say in the last few lectures, especially the ones about willpower, is to just break down the reasons why you want a certain thing. And so if right now you want a car, like for example, an entrepreneur I really like, his name's MJ DeMarco, and he wrote a book called The Millionaire Fastlane and also The Great Rat Risk Escape, The Millionaire Fastlane. Very, very good book. It's the best book on making money out there. So if you want to watch, like I did a full guide with him as well. Like I've done a video with him. Oh, what the fuck? This one here, this is how Andrew Tate got rich, unscripted by MJ DeMarco. That's a full guide I've done on this topic. So with this, with the author as well. So he hopped on a call and I asked him some questions. And for example, he tells his story that for him, a iconic moment for his wealth was to be able to afford a certain car, and that was a huge driving force. If I'm totally honest, I really love him, but like I don't believe that that's a really great way, like a good use of something to spend your money on. Now, of course, you can have different values to me. You can, adopt his line of thinking, you can adopt mine. I'll just tell you from my line of thinking, and chances are, if you're listening to my words right now, you probably have like a very similar temperament and values to me. So just as someone who's experienced buying some things or having some material objects, it feels nice for the first like one or two times that you use the thing. So for example, I have like a $10,000 Rolex. I didn't even buy it, but it was a gift. And I've had a $10,000 a month apartment. These things, like, they feel nice for the novelty, but very soon afterwards, it's kind of like the satisfaction from it just disappears. And what you're left with then, let me draw this for you. After just a little while of buying some kind of material object, there's the how the fuck do you draw a car, bro? Yeah. there's, there's the car, there's the watch. Oh my god, my my drawings went even worse, right? The car, the watch, and stuff. What happens with these is the anticipation dopamine's very high. So you feel, let's say, if this is like the graph of like happiness, well-being, whatever, it's actually quite high on the pursuit of the thing. But when you get it, this sometimes might be a little bit of a spike afterwards because you've obtained the thing that you wanted, but very quickly that will actually drop down and it will become just like another thing of yours. It's just an object of yours that you've always had. So this is about what it'll look like this. This is the pursuit of the thing. So the dopamine. So dopamine's always very high when you want something, when you desire something. But the moment you get it, and Huberman backs this as well, is that it pretty much gives you a drop. And it gives you a drop below the baseline. This is the unfortunate thing with materialism that not a lot of people speak about. It seems like level one, sort of anti-materialism, is just kind of like, oh, it's bad for you, whatever. It's like it's a waste of money and everything. But when you look at it in the scope of like dopamine, the level two problem of materialism is that there's the reduction in the baseline of your dopamine. So what this means is, like, after buying a materialistic purchase, like the house, the fancy house, let's say, like the one that's a little bap overkill, the car, the watch, which no doubt you'll be able to afford if you keep following these principles, which you're learning here. Not only is it like, oh, well, I'll buy it and I don't really care if it doesn't make me happy. The issue is you buy it and it will actually reduce your happiness. It will reduce, like, you'll have a tank in dopamine afterwards, like a new baseline, which is lower than what you were at before. So this is why when someone has been working super, super hard for this end goal of being able to buy, like, the motivational thing that they've wanted, they've wanted to be a millionaire, they've wanted to buy the car, whatever, and that drives them, which is awesome. The issue is that when they do actually get there, of course, they're still alive, and then after that, they experience like this dip in depression